Good morning, students. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Is the screen is visible, students? Can you see the PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, students. We are in fifth module. So in fifth module, uh, we learned about the IT professional, how the IT professional should be, and how the IT uses these things we have seen. And I told that today uh, we are going to complete this module and we'll be left out with only one module, that is fourth module. In fourth module also, the introduction part, the self motivation, what is motivation, that I have completed. And we are remaining with the only fourth module. uh, so here the IT users, who are the IT user, students? And I told you in last class, you have to tell me what is the common ethical issues of IT users and how to support the ethical practice of IT users. Can any answer? Can anybody tell how to support ethically as a IT user? Being a IT user, you don't have any ethics. Ethics means what, students? Tell me. A good behavior. In a common words, or in a general words, will not talk about any jargons or any complex words. Ethics means a good behavior. So being a good ethical behavior, IT user, being a IT user, what are the good ethics we have to follow, or we will follow, or we have to follow? Nothing. Nothing, students. ಏನು ಇಲ್ವಾ? Being a good human being, so what are the ethical behavior we have to follow? So what are the principles are defined by the members, so we have to follow that. If you are not following those principles, then it shows you are not behaving properly, so you are not following, you don't have ethics. So similarly, as a IT user, how you have to follow ethically? ಏನು ಇಲ್ವಾ? Yes, students, nothing is there. Whatever software you want, you can use. How many logins you want, you can do. Yes, whoever system you want to hack, you can hack. ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ? Respond, no? At least you say either yes or no, so that I'll understand whether you're listening or not, my voice is audible or not. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕೋ ಅದು ಹೇಳಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, we don't bother, we will not answer. Have you decided? Hardly one module is there, ma'am. One module, if you complete, then syllabus will be completed. Huh? Don't think like that. The subject is from the beginning, I'm telling, theory, writing theory is very difficult, students. The IT users. Uh, being an IT user, what are the common ethical issues we may face? That is, what are the common ethical issues we may face, and how to support the ethical practice as being a IT users. Being a IT users, that we are going to see now. So software piracy. Software piracy. What is software piracy? What is software piracy, students? Nothing. Who is coming now? Huh? See, students, you have to log in with your BMS IT domain mail IDs only. What is software piracy? Nothing.
Copyright.
Unauthorized access of a software. Unauthorized access of a software. The software piracy is nothing but the unauthorized use. As I told that, as I told that, uh, uh, for your OOMD lab, you are using Rational Rose. Rational Rose software we have purchased from IBM. From IBM we have purchased. And one more thing, students, from our college we have spent so many lakhs, and we have purchased MATLAB. We have purchased MATLAB software. So if we purchase any software, the company will give so many logins, 30 logins or 50 logins, and Turnitin software also our college has purchased. So for everything they limit the logins. Sometimes they may give offer unlimited login, unlimited people can use. Sometimes they tell only 50 logins or 30 logins they give. So uh, if I am part of the organization, so definitely I'll be having a login. So I'll be having a credential. I can use that software. If I am not a part of that organization, so still I want to use unauthorized access. See, if I am employee of that organization or that company, then I am an authorized person to use that software. When I am not a part of that company, then I am not a authorized person. I am not a authorized person. So unauthorized access we should not use. We should not do unauthorized access. Some company rules and regulations will be there. This software you should use. And I think your brothers, your sisters, they might have told you that that software they can use only in their laptop. Correct, no? They can use only in their laptop, which is given by the company. Which is given by the company in other software, in other laptop or in other desktop. That software will not work. So some credentials will be there. So we have to follow without informing to the company, without informing to the organization. We should not try to use that software in other laptop or in other system. So that will become a software piracy. So whatever the meaning here is, whatever the rules and regulation is given by the organization or by the company, we have to follow. 30 logins, 30 users has to log in, then only 30 users. You have to run only in your laptop. You have to run only in your laptop. Whatever the credential, whatever the principles, whatever the guidelines the company has given, we have to follow that. Inappropriate use of computing resources. The resources have to use appropriately. Whenever the resources have to use appropriately. What happens in companies, in software companies, if you take a printout, if you take printout, there the printers, everything we will be available. So what we do as an employee, so why to spend so much of money outside? Because color printer is one page for one sheet 5 rupees they are charging. If you want to take 20 sheets, then how much you have to pay? So to save our money, what we do, so we take a printout in the office only. So the resources are, why the resources are given? The resources are given for the company use, not for your personal use. If anything is very important, if it is related to your work, then you can take. if it is in your personal photos. Yes, we do know students, many of the employees, they do. Many of the employees, they do. Uh, if some personal photos print out, why to spend so much money outside? Anyway, free resources are available in the office. Why we should not use? Why we should not use like that? Some people will think, and some people they'll not they use the resources properly when it is needed, or how much it is required, only that much they use. They'll not use like taking printout of our personal photos, like that they don't use. A4 sheets, so many A4 sheets are available in the office. They bring to their house and they use for their personal usage, and or they give to some other their relatives or their friends or their brother sister to use the resources. So inappropriate use of computing resources should be avoided. Inappropriate sharing of information. Students, each company, Samsung is manufacturing. Samsung is a manufacturing company. Samsung is a manufacturing company. Even LG is a manufacturing company. Samsung is also manufacturing refrigerator, TV, and mobile phone. Even LG is also manufacturing refrigerator, TV, and mobile phone. But the features of this company will be different, and features of LG company will be different. Correct, no? When I am saying Samsung is a manufacturing company and LG is a manufacturing company, there only the hardware part will not they manufacture. Even the software also, even they work on the software also. They work on IT also. They work on IT also. So being a employee of LG company, they should not give their data to Samsung. Being an employee of Samsung company, they should not give data to LG company. So everything, whatever the new thing they develop, they'll patent. Whatever the new thing they develop, they'll patent. And once they patent, nobody can share, nobody can copy their data or copy their products. So being a IT employee, so if I am working on some, if I am working on in LG company, they are manufacturing a new phone with a new features, and being an employee of this LG company, we should not steal the information, and we should not, without knowledge of our higher ups, without knowledge of the employer, we should not transfer data, or we should not share the data to some other company, because the data is confidential for their company. So they don't want to leak out their data. I don't know, students, whether you have observed or not, in many of the software companies, the CPUs are different. How you in our lab, how you have seen, you can insert CDs, you can connect pen drives. Correct, no? In our laboratory, we have CPUs like that. But in companies, you don't find a that CD, to put a CD, you don't find any space, and to connect a pen drive also, you don't find any space. Why? Because the company don't want to share the information. Anything, whatever is happening, that is happening through emails only. So inappropriate sharing of information should be avoided. So these are all the ethical behavior we have to follow being a IT user. Yes, students, understood the examples? Students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next, supporting the ethical practices of a user. So how to support? So those are all the issues in the IT company. So now how to support these, how to support the ethical practices of a IT users, means being a IT user, how to protect the ethical, how to follow the ethical rules. Define and limit the appropriate use of resources. Just now I gave the printout example, students. Yes, I gave, I told, no, if it is the color printer, the color printout outside is very costly. Anyway, in the office, we are getting, we have so many color printouts. How many, if I take 100 sheet print also, nobody will ask me. Yes. If I take 100 sheet print also, my personal photos or my personal document color printout, nobody will question me. So don't do that. So you have to use resources properly. So how to control, how to, being a employer or being a organizer, how to control, limit the printout. Per day only 10 sheets you have to take, and once you take a printout, you have to enter in the ledger. See, I am taking, if there is no ledger, student, my friend is not taking any printout, but every day, if I am taking 50, 100 sheets of color print, then how the company will come to know whether I am taking a printout or the other employee is taking printout? So they'll not come to know. So if they maintain a ledger, then after taking a printout, we'll enter how many sheets we have taken. So then they will come to know that whether Nirupama took the printout or some other employee has took the printout. So appropriate rules, if we define, then you can limit the unnecessary use of resources. You can limit the unnecessary use of resources. Define and limit the appropriate use of resources. So per day, you should know, and in the guidelines, if they write per day only 10 sheets of printout, and no personal printing can be done here. So if it is defined in the responsibility list, or if it is defined in the guidelines list or in the principle list, then the usage will be avoided. The unnecessary usage will be avoided. The resources will be used properly, appropriately. Yeah, students, understanding? Can anybody give the example? Other example? Gangubai? Gangubai? Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you give any example for the appropriate use of IT resources? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್? Have you understood? No.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you tell me one example. Give me one example. Okay, established guidelines for the use of company software. Similar to this printout. There are some softwares are available, free software only for that company, only for the employees of that company. The free softwares are available. So prepare a guidelines for the use of company software. So in the guideline, you have to mention that Wi-Fi. Yes, students, we have Wi-Fi in our college. Correct, no? So you are a part of the institute. You are a part of an institute, and you have login credentials, so you can use the software. If any new person come to the college, will that person is able to use the resources, uses Wi-Fi? Yes? No. Why? Because the proper guideline is given. The proper guideline is given to use the Wi-Fi. What guideline is given? Just now I told our college has purchased IBM software and MATLAB software, and for MATLAB, 30 logins are given. 30 logins are given. So how to use this 30 logins? So I don't have a login. So how to use that? So I have to go to the person who has established that lab. So talk to that person and take a login from that person. For that, if it is not a login, then a server has to be on. The server has to be on when you want to use that software. So a proper channel we have to follow. Whatever the guidelines, whatever the instructions are given in the guideline to use that particular software, we have to follow the guidelines, and then we can use the software, MATLAB software or IBM software or Turnitin software. You know, students, to when you come to sixth semester, or when you prepare any research paper, so before you publishing the research paper, you have to check in the Turnitin software how much is similarity index is there, how much some many times we copy, or we take some information from the website. So what happens if you are copying information from the website? When you check in the software, Turnitin software will tell clearly that this information is copied from so and so paper. One second, I'll show you. Yes, students, is the PDF is visible? Understand the PDF?
Yes, ma'am.
See, after this one, this is a sixth semester student report is there. Report is there. So after checking in the Turnitin software, this is the report. How much she has copied? See, 90% she has copied the similarity index. 86% is internet resources, 18% is a publication, and 86% the same. 86% is a student paper. And which student paper? See here, down it is student paper, and who has published, submitted to Christ University. All information we will get there, all the information. So submitted to Christ University, 20%, and this internet resources, www.ukessays.com. From this, 14% of data. See, one more here, student paper submitted to Central University of Karnataka, 8%. One more student paper. So everything it will display when you check your data in the Turnitin software. So this is how you can. So how you? I am a part of the organization. So I have created my login credential. Then I can use the software. You are also a part of the organization, but you cannot use this software. But why? You don't have a login credential. When you come to sixth semester, when you publish any paper, or when you prepare prepare a report, then through your guide. If I am your guide, then I will log in my account, and I will check your paper. I will check your report. She was my student, so I have checked her paper. See, next 6% internet resources. Next 6% internet resources. Next, student paper. So what we tell them, so see, this is this much you have copied. So You have to do the changes. Uh, I forgot the other file names. So after changing how much similarity index it will show, that also I wanted to show, but here I forgot the file name. Okay, yes, student, you understood. So after, see, if I have a credential, then only I can use the software. So see, because college has spent so much of money for that software, so they cannot allow everybody to use that software, because they will give a limited logins. So to use any software, appropriate or a correct guidelines should be established. So correct guidelines should be given. If the college is if college gives open access for that software, then what happens, everybody will all the students see, it is common that if it is open access, then instead of I check my paper also and I check my friend's paper also, because anyway freely the software is available in my college. So to avoid that, a proper guideline should be given. Structure information system to protect data and information. So a proper structure information should be given. Employee need to know what if they are misusing the resources, what will happen. If they are misusing the resources, then what will happen. So when the company is giving only 30 logins, when the software company is giving only 30 logins, if 31 login, if next person, if any extra person is trying to log in, then the company may charge penalty. The company may charge fine to the organization, because only um, according to our memo, or according to our contract, according to our contract, only 30 has to log in. Why one more extra person is logging in, and you're violating the rules. You're violating the rules, so you have to pay so much of so many lakhs of penalty money, or from next year onwards we are not going to give a software. Like this type of problem may arise. So the structured information should be given to the employees to protect the data and information. Even the company data also. Just now I told the example of this Samsung and LG. If LG information is given to Samsung company, then how it will affect to our company? Everything should be clearly explained to the employee. If they are going to steal our data, then how it will reflect, how much loss that our company is going to face. Everything should be all the information should be given clearly to the employees. Install and maintain corporate firewall. Why we use firewall, students? What is firewall? A firewall, this serves as a barrier between company and the outside world. This firewall it serves a barrier between company and the outside world. So you using a firewall, you can avoid unaccessed. You can avoid unauthorized access. Using a firewall, you can avoid unauthorized access. If you are giving a firewall, then only the authorized person will access the information. Understood, students? Understood? Respond.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, students, you understood now here. And one more thing. See, this is a report. This is a report. In this report, generally from introduction to the conclusion, we give in the report to the Turnitin software. See, introduction 13. You can see here numbers also it is given here. Kansai get 13. No? Can you see 13 here? Yes, students, can you see 13?
Yes, ma'am.
See, 13 means from this resource the data has copied. From the publication, she has just cut and pasted there. Don't do that. Yes, students, many of the information we don't know that we Google and we refer some papers. So learn, understand that, and you you rewrite the information. Even next, you also have to write the project report, and in future you will also write some. You may also write some papers. Don't just cut and paste the data. You rewrite the data. First, you read the data, understand, and then you rewrite the data. Then your project will, if we submit the same report to VTO, definitely your project will be rejected. You should not submit more than 20% similarity index should not be there. That's why we tell, because we don't know how in the university they check. That's why we tell the students that your similarity index should be only 10%. The similarity index should be only 10%. If some 10% data is similar data is there, then fine. See here, 29. Kanas idea green only. See, wherever a more copied data will be there, no, it will show in red or pink. See here, complete this paragraph is copied from this 13 resource, from that research paper. I mean, next 29. 29 and 14. This 29 green means less data is copied. This 14 is light purple. Fourteen from this www.ijrter.com. 29. This again the student paper. Staffordshire University. Staffordshire. See here. 5. Here it is 5. This, see, whatever the color is given here, the same color is given in the document. Yes, students, understood how this Turnitin software is working? And to use this Turnitin software, we should have a login credential. If you are if you are not a authorized person, then you will not be having a login credential. So being a IT users, we have to follow this. So if I don't have login credential, but I have to use that software, so many colleges, in our college we are not doing this, but in Reva, they in the beginning, 4 years back, they were charging 600 rupees. Even in RV, they are charging 600 rupees to check one report. And now many of the colleges, they are purchasing this software. Now I think 200 rupees Reva is charging. So pay and check your report. Don't try to do a unauthorized access. Is here I have completed 5th module, students. Now we are left out with one module, that is 4th module. Motivation and leadership qualities. Motivation introduction I have done. So next, the remaining topics I have to do. And as I told, your third internals and second internals will be immediately after the lockdown. Answer your attendance, students. Asta?
Yes, ma'am.
Abhinav?
Present, ma'am.
Aishwarya?
Present, ma'am.
Amrish?
Yes, ma'am.
Anu?
Present, ma'am.
Arbaz? Arjun?
Present, ma'am.
Ashok?
Present, ma'am.
Benita?
Present, ma'am.
Bhargavi?
Yes, ma'am.
Bhavisha?
Present, ma'am.
Chaitra?
Present, ma'am.
Dev?
Present, ma'am.
Why Dev, last 2 classes you did not attend?
Some issues happened. That's why I'm not attending the classes. Now I'm all the class attend, ma'am.
From now on you attend regularly.
Yeah, yes.
Diksha?
Present, ma'am.
Deepika L?
Present, ma'am.
Deepika M?
Present, ma'am.
Murli?
Present, ma'am.
Gangubai?
Present, ma'am.
Gudiya?
Present, ma'am.
Harshit?
Present, ma'am.
Kavya?
Present,
Jun-
present, ma'am.
Ginger? Ginger? Absent. Kishore?
Present, ma'am.
Lata?
Yes, ma'am.
Students, today 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Within that time, I'll schedule for the proctor meeting. Manisha?
Present, ma'am.
Why Manisha again yesterday absent? I mean last class on 18th you are absent.
No, ma'am.
The answer Madilla. You are there.
Yes, ma'am, I was there.
Manjunath?
Yes, ma'am.
Nayana?
Yes, ma'am.
Neelanjan? Nishant? Nishant? Pavitra?
Present, ma'am.
Maithili?
Present, ma'am.
Priyanka?
Present, ma'am.
Pavan?
Present, ma'am.
Akash? Rajeshwari?
Present, ma'am.
Rakesh? Rakesh? Ramya?
Present, ma'am.
Rashmi?
Present, ma'am.
Ravi? Rizwan?
Present, ma'am.
Vishal?
Present, ma'am.
Savita?
Yes, ma'am.
Shruti?
Present, ma'am.
Sneha?
Yes, ma'am.
Spurti?
Present, ma'am.
Srinidhi? Srinidhi? Srinivas?
Present, ma'am.
Sunil?
Ma'am, Sunil present, ma'am.
Okay. Vaishnavi?
Present, ma'am.
Vinny?
Present, ma'am.
Yes, students, again I am repeating the syllabus of your second internals. Fifth module, first chapter. Third module, complete. I'll message in the chat window. Complete third module. Complete third module. Fifth module. First chapter. And second module. Remaining portion, which I have not given for the first test. So that will be there for your test students.
Ma'am, when we have internals in June?
Maybe. That's why. And we may have maybe your second internals and third internals will be continuous only in 1 or 2 days gap, or in 1 week only we may complete. Still we don't know the dates.
Ma'am, like it's online or offline, ma'am?
As of now, college has not decided to conduct online test, so that's why it has postponed it. If it is online, then we would have conducted from 10th May only. So still we don't know what the decision they'll take in future, but currently they don't want to conduct it online. So that's why once the lockdown lift, so immediately they want to conduct in second internals and third internals. That's why the syllabus also I have told for second internals and third internals. Still we don't know the scenario, no? So people are telling till 30th May it may be lockdown, or still we don't know what government will decide. So based on that, the college will start, because cases are increasing throughout Karnataka. Cases are in lakhs. So be prepared for the internals. Okay, students, I'll stop here. See you in the next class.